What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE 2K25 MyGM Mode, Season 4, Episode 27 here today. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews. Hope you guys are doing well. The second week here in 2008, and we are well on our way to Hell in a Cell later on this month. A big show on tap tonight. We're going to be watching the main event, but before then, Roman Reigns takes on Jimmy Uso, and yes, they're still on the same side. Jimmy Uso is getting fed up with Roman and vice versa. Following their loss last week, they will attempt to get back on the same page by going one-on-one here tonight. Seth Rollins will officially go heel after turning on CM Punk in last week's tag team main event. Jey Uso calls out the debuting Jacob Fatu for a one-on-one match at Hell in a Cell. Or rather, not Hell in a Cell, but the week before Hell in a Cell on SmackDown. We'll hear from CM Punk as well, his response to Rollins' heel turn from last week. Gunther will take on the debuting Tyrese Halliburton. This is not exactly what I had in mind when I was going to the Talent Scout section last week on the show. I was looking for a new female to add to the division, someone for Jada Parker to face in the meantime. And then I saw Tyrese Halliburton for really, really cheap. And I said, why the fuck not? Let's give him a short run, see how he does. Minimal popularity, but whatever. Let's see what happens. And he's going to be going one-on-one with the United States champion Gunther tonight. We are simulating this match. If we watch it, Gunther will probably kill him. But I honestly am kind of, in a way, hoping Tyrese wins so we can run this back for the United States Championship in 2 weeks' time on SmackDown. So we'll see. Aleister Black debuts tonight against Oba Femi, who debuted last week unsuccessfully against Jey Uso. Looking forward to this match. Finn Balor sitting on a commentary. And our aforementioned main event, Becky Lynch teams up with Charlotte Flair, a former foe turned friend, to take on newcomers Lita and Giulia in a massive tag team match before the #1 contenders triple threat in 2 weeks' time between Charlotte, Becky, and Giulia, with the winner facing Becky for the WWE Women's Championship at Hell in a Cell. So that is our show. We will get right into it. I think we're good on all the power card stuff. We're in Greensboro, North Carolina tonight. I'm looking forward to that, so confirm booking. All right, we're watching that tag team main event, so we'll see how long that one lasts. And I also have a pretty decent idea of what I want to do next week as well. All right, let's simulate here. Roman versus Jey Uso, a bit of a bloodline exhibition of sorts. 1, 2, 3. Jimmy Uso picks up the victory. You know what? We'll say that Jimmy Uso wins by DQ. Roman just can't stop beating the shit out of him. He doesn't like the fact that Jimmy Uso is stepping out of line, and he just beats the shit out of Jimmy Uso. So I like that. We'll say it's a DQ win for Jimmy. I don't want to say Jimmy just flat out fucking beats Roman. That'd be kind of dumb, to be honest with you. Interesting development, though. We'll probably keep Jimmy off the show for a couple of weeks. All right, here it is. Gunther and Tyrese. If you thought Jimmy beating Roman was an upset, I'm looking forward to an upset here if we get one. I don't know if we're going to get it, but let's see. Gunther and Tyrese Halliburton one-on-one. Let's simulate it. 1, 2, 3. Gunther wins. Oh, fuck. New feud, though. New feud. Interesting. Maybe we can keep this going. Gunther playing with his food a little bit here, taking out Tyrese. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Interesting matchup. Jey Uso calls out Jacob successfully. Aleister Black versus Oba Femi. Balor scouting Black, who knocks off Oba Femi here on SmackDown. Big win for the returning Aleister Black. CM Punk promo, 6-point popularity difference. Holy shit, that's huge. And now time for our main event, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair versus Lita and Giulia in tag team action. All 4 baby faces currently. I said earlier I was going to turn Giulia heel. I still need to do that. I don't know if we're turning Giulia heel first or Becky. I'm still leaning towards Becky, but we'll see. This should be a great match regardless. Becky and Lita were well on their way to having a very good match. It was a very good match while it lasted at WrestleMania before that draw. Before they were brawling to the outside, Lita could not get back in the ring in time. She probably would have won the championship had she attacked Becky on the outside and then ran back into the ring. But she could not get back into the ring. She was more occupied in laying out Becky Lynch, the 2-year running WWE Women's Champion. And as we saw on last week's SmackDown, Giulia in her WWE debut knocking off Becky Lynch in one-on-one action. A massive win for Giulia in her WWE debut. Now, You might be asking yourself, why not just do Giulia versus Becky? Oh, quick pinfall here. Quick slam there from Becky to Lita. You might be thinking, okay, Giulia pinned the champ last week. Why would she not get the next shot? Well, Lita was not beaten at WrestleMania. Match ended in a draw. Charlotte Flair was already in line for a title shot before WrestleMania, before she got hurt. All three women are deserving an opportunity. Now, you could do a fatal four-way at the pay-per-view for the championship. The only reason I'm not doing that, nice dropkick there from Lita. The only reason I'm not doing that, I really don't want Becky's 2-year run to end in a fucking multi-person match. She has to get pinned for that title. If it was like a couple of months and she lost it in a four-way, fine. But it's been 2 years that she's been champion. She can't be dropping the championship like that. So, we're going to find out if it's going to be Lita and Becky Part 2. Becky and Charlotte running it back from so many years ago, 2002, 2003. That was when Becky became champion here on SmackDown. Or if it's going to be her and Giulia running it back from the first SmackDown of the new year for the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Giulia now with a quick cover on the champ. Will she make it 2 weeks in a row? Quick kick out from Becky Lynch. Giulia quickly adapting to the landscape here in the SmackDown Women's Division. Nice backbreaker as well. We're going to tire out Becky Lynch here and inflicting more damage. We'll see how she gels with Lita as a tag team partner, the first time those two have ever teamed up. Lita's first ever SmackDown match tonight here, by the way, as well. She was signed to SmackDown shortly before WrestleMania. That was when we found out she was facing Becky Lynch and answering her open challenge for WrestleMania. She has never before competed on SmackDown before tonight. Here comes Charlotte, getting the tag from Becky Lynch. I believe these two teamed on SmackDown last year, but prior to that point, they were on opposite ends of the ring many times when they were feuding over the WWE Women's Championship years ago here on SmackDown. Becky actually won her first WWE Women's title by beating Charlotte Flair at the pay-per-view before WrestleMania. I think it was a triple threat with Bianca Belair, but she did later beat Charlotte one-on-one to retain the title. Charlotte now laying out Giulia. And as I've said many times before, that first title reign for Becky Lynch ended without her being beaten for the belt. She was drafted off the show, injured, whatever the reason was. She was never beaten for that championship. She now has Giulia and Lita both down simultaneously right now, has to take advantage while she can. And then Becky, it took her years to not only get back to the blue brand, but reclaim that championship. A near 2-year journey to get back to championship contention and beating Bayley at WrestleMania 2005. It is now 2008. And the Manias in this game take place at the end of each year, so that's why I say it's been 2 years, not 3 years. But if she makes it to Mania next year still champion, it will have been 3 years that she will have been WWE Women's Champion. Nice dropkick there from Lita, missed though. Becky moved out of the way. Had that dropkick scouted, kick to the gut, kick to the face. Nice suplex to Lita. Becky Lynch back in her element now.
She's making her way to the top turnbuckle.
She's going to the top. Beautiful jumping leg drop and the quick cover on Lita. Will this be enough? Giulia breaks it up.
Lita's on the edge of defeat. Can she respond?
Becky now looking to lay out Lita. Manhandle slam connects onto the future WWE Hall of Famer for sure. And the cover, 1, 2. And a kick out at 2 from Lita. Lita again persevering. This is the definition of an all-star tag team match. Lita now taking out Charlotte, the first time that these two have ever crossed paths. As Charlotte was out injured before WrestleMania, Charlotte probably to some degree blames Lita for taking her spot at WrestleMania, thinking that she would have gotten the job done when Lita could not. Elbow to the back. Charlotte now has Giulia. Nice fall-away slam there. And she covers Giulia. 1, 2.
Somehow she's still in this match.
Just a 2 count. The entire SmackDown Women's Division getting a bit of a refresh with the inclusion of Jada Parker, who we have yet to see here on SmackDown, Giulia, Lita. Getting rid of Tegan Nox, Naomi, Liv, Chelsea Green. Oh, nice forearm there from Lita to Charlotte. I probably should have re-signed Naomi. That would have been good. Oh, nice kick to the gut. She was doing well here on SmackDown. I just didn't really have anyone for her to feud with, but if I could find her on free agency, that'd be great. Big boot takes Giulia out of the ring. Now Charlotte setting her sights on Lita, only to get distracted and laid out by Giulia. Giulia reverses, or Charlotte reverses, lays out Giulia with the spear there. And the cover, Lita coming in to break it up. Beautiful teamwork here from Giulia and Lita, despite their first time teaming up here on SmackDown. Charlotte has to take advantage while she can. She's been out of the ring now for many, many, many weeks. First match since before, I think maybe the Survivor Series pay-per-view. She beat Lita, or she beat Liv, I think, in that, Liv finally beat Charlotte in that I Quit match.
This has been an arduous tag match, but you could be in much worse shape.
Maybe it was an ambulance match. I think it was an ambulance match. Nice elbow there from Becky to Giulia. Kick to the face. Great combination. Exploder suplex indeed. She goes to the top rope again, and this time she lays out Giulia. Looked like she got all of that one. Now throwing Giulia into the turnbuckle. Quick, fast-paced action here. Love to see it. Knees to the back. And Charlotte now legal. Giulia rolling up Charlotte. One, and not even a one count on Charlotte. It was completely fresh. Not a scratch on her. Ooh, and Charlotte with a great slam there to Giulia. 1, 2, 3. Giulia suffers her first loss here on SmackDown, albeit not one-on-one. A big win for Charlotte, who does feel like she is owed the next opportunity at that championship. We will find out in 2 weeks' time here on SmackDown, the go-home show, for Hell in a Cell, who will face Becky Lynch for that championship of the pay-per-view, and Charlotte, Giulia, and Lita collide. An okay match. I mean, they were all baby faces, so I get it. I kind of understand the rating. Yeah, the match was good, though. I would say it was good. But they're all baby faces, so I understand. The game thinks it's a dynamic issue. I get it. Same reason why Roman and Jimmy did not do well. We don't care about Raw, so we can move on from this. Chase U versus fucking Pretty Deadly, by the way, in their main event. That is a tough show. Made $109,000. Not bad, not bad. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma tonight. Jimmy says, okay, I wasn't expecting a match against Roman, but me winning proves my point, right? Even he's mad about it now. Thanks for letting me prove who the problem was. You should have seen the look on Roman's face afterward. He's going to get his act together, better, ready for the new team. Better get ready for the new tag team, top tag team of the tag team division. Okay. So they are remaining friends. Doing a head count, it looks like Femi isn't here this week. He left a note on his locker claiming that he needs time away from management for the next 2 weeks. You may have to adjust your plans. Where the fuck? Like AJ's getting suspended. Femi, where the fuck did he go? I'll adjust my plans by canceling his contract. No, I'm not canceling his contract. I could fire him right now, but I like Femi, so I'm not getting rid of Femi. He is 0-2 here on SmackDown. All right, interesting development. So, we will have... Let's do Roman calling out AJ. They're going to have a match next week here on SmackDown. We can have Fatu call out Jey Uso, respond to his challenge. They will also do battle next week here on SmackDown. What do we do with the women? Gunther faced Tyrese last week. Oba's not here. I kind of want to do... I don't know what we do with the women. We're doing the triple threat next week. They're all baby faces. Kind of like splitting it up, though. I want to do Giulia. Lita and Charlotte is a big match. I kind of like the idea of Charlotte. She pinned Giulia, so let's do that tonight. Let's do Charlotte versus Giulia. And Lita making her singles debut here on SmackDown against Jada Parker. Becky going after Jada Parker. Power cards, power cards. We do have the fixed match option. I will probably use that and make sure Lita wins her match tonight. Definitely buy that. All right. What do we got going on? Punk and Rollins, they were facing off at the pay-per-view. What do we do tonight with them? What do we do tonight with them? Let's see. I'm thinking Tyrese tonight takes on Jimmy Uso. Or no, we could say Jimmy Uso's out. I kind of want to write Jimmy Uso out for the week. Let's do Tyrese versus Finn Balor with Aleister Black getting involved. I kind of like that, to be honest. And maybe allowing Tyrese to pick up the win. And if Tyrese wins, we'll say it was a #1 contenders match for the United States Championship. And then also tonight, let's do Punk and Gunther one-on-one, champ and champ. We've done that match a few times before. They have split some wins, not a title match. Let's do a regular match with Seth Rollins getting involved and attempting to cost Punk the win. Then a self promo for, let's see, let's look at the talent scouts. Renowned stars, icons. Let's look for a good heel here. Let's go renowned stars, female talent scout. I want to make sure we have a female here on the show that we can add to the roster. Maybe we could build them up with a promo tonight. I think renowned stars makes sense. Well, I mean, we're only spending an extra $5,000, so let's go icons. Female, 1 talent scout point, 3 stars, role doesn't matter. All right, let's look. Eve Torres, Candice, Michin, and Scarlett. I like all of those. Honestly, I'm thinking Eve. Eve's 88. These are, I mean, she's easily the most expensive. But, you know, Candice we never really used. I think we could bring back Candice. She was only on the show briefly. I kind of like Candice being back and teaming maybe with Jada Parker. Michin I see more as a babyface. Scarlett is cheap. No pun intended. You know, no offense. No offense to Scarlett at all. But she is cheap contract-wise. Let's go $30,000 difference. I mean, Candice is only $8,000 more. Let's go Candice. She's already a heel. She can work with some of the women here on SmackDown. We'll sign her. We'll sign Candice for 5 weeks. We'll see how it goes with her. All right. Have Becky go after Candice in a promo for Jada Parker, her introductory promo. We'll see how she does, and we'll keep giving her promos and see how she does, and we'll debut here on the show in a couple of weeks. All right, so that's our show. Charlotte taking on Giulia one-on-one. Jacob Fatu calling out Jey Uso. Self-promo for Jada Parker. Roman Reigns calls out AJ Styles before their match next week here on SmackDown. Tyrese Halliburton taking on Finn Balor. What a fucking match. Aleister Black potentially getting involved, if not just sitting in on ringside. Probably getting involved, but we'll see. Or attacking Finn after the fact. Lita taking on Candice LeRae here tonight. Becky Lynch sitting in on commentary. And the main event, CM Punk versus Gunther. So we will watch Charlotte and Giulia next week here on SmackDown. That'll be a big match. I'm looking forward to that because all these other matches have interference. So should be a fun show here on SmackDown next week. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, subscribe. All that stuff is greatly appreciated. Have a great one, folks. I'm Graham G. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.